Hey guys, me again. And as you can see, still messing around with this prototype glove. And I'm not sure if you can tell just by looking, because I have been showing it a lot, but there are some differences again, still. And every time I think I'm done with certain parts of this thing, I just end up doing more. So that would figure that it would end up being that way. So here's what it looks like right now, and a couple things that I've found out about this thing is that, number one, the index finger has really given me a real problem. It's been a big pain in the ass, and it's kind of weird. I wasn't really expecting it to be as much trouble as it's been. And there's a couple things that I wanted to talk about as far as this glove goes. A couple things that I just wanted to make clear. What I'm doing here, obviously trying to finalize a glove, which means I'm pretty much trying to get it down as accurate as I can to, an extent. I'm not trying to get 100% here, and I'm not even sure if I will make it to 90%. What I'm really trying to do here is just basically get it to the point to where I like it myself. Whether it's a pure 100% replica or whether it may have some of my own little details going on, which it does. And that's basically what I was going to talk about here, is some of the little details that I've added to this that are my own. And, certain parts of it are certainly exaggerated compared to what it should be, and I do that because it's my own way of doing it, and I try to get some of it pretty close to accurate, like the middle finger stall bends, and all three of these fingers here I try to get as close as I possibly can. But this pinky, I do something completely different with my pinky, and it's something that I think looks nice. It's just my own little touch that I put onto it that I call my own. So it's kind of like my little signature piece is the pinky, because I just don't bend the flat out exactly the way that it should be as far as what's considered to be screen accurate. So, and I know how it's bent, of course, and it isn't that I can't bend it that way, because I could. It's just that I like it the way that it is, and it works a certain way for me. And so does a lot of the rest of it, So some of what I've got going on here is pretty close to screen, actually, closer than I was expecting it to be. But there's still some things that aren't. And it's still going through template changes and such, and it probably will for a little while until I get it as close as I possibly can, like that ring finger tip right there. I mean, you can look at that and you can see that there's problems with it, and I've already worked on that with the new templates that I have, and the new ring finger should look a lot better than this one. So there's some details that I am trying to get pretty close to screen, but there's other details going on in here that I'm kind of adding as my own touch, and I'm trying to make it to where, my Part 1 glove looks a little bit different than anybody else's, because to me, that's what really defines a builder, is what does his Part 1 glove look like, Does it look just like the screen glove? Is there differences? Does it just resemble the screen glove? And I think that everybody has their own flavor that goes into it, whether they want it to or not. It's just something that happens because it's a handmade thing that has a lot of differences depending on how you build it. So that's pretty much, what I'm dealing with right now. And I've showed a lot of this. Maybe too much, but most of this, I'm doing because I'm trying to document something here for myself and anybody else who is interested in watching this transform and slowly evolve into what it's becoming, because it is a slow evolution, and it'll continue to be such. And I have a lot to say about this thing, really. One of the things that I wanted to talk about was the templates themselves, and what kind of work it takes in order to get these things even remotely close to correct. And this is the best tips that I can give anybody as far as the templates of the part 1. If you don't have both sides of the glove down, from this point of view and this point of view, you can't really get the templates right. You really need to have both sides. You need reference shots that show pretty much every angle, because pretty much every angle of this glove is a little bit different. And even more boggling, and what makes it even more difficult to get down just right, is that the bends can really mess with you. And sometimes what looks like a curve may be more pointed than it appears, or what looks like a point may be more curved than it appears, depending on how it's bent or kinked, or all these different crazy aspects that go into shaping this thing out. So I can really understand why a lot of people don't like the part 1 glove as far as building it goes, because honestly, it's a pain in the ass, and I can't really even imagine what it would be like trying to get all the details like of a part 4 or something like that. Like, dude, I'm not even going there. That's why I'm just sticking with this one, because I like it. It's my favorite glove. I like the long stalls. I like the fingertip designs. It's just my personal favorite design. And as far as what I'm doing here, again, like I'm reiterating here, not trying to get this thing down to 100% accuracy, but I am getting it, as close as I can without getting too carried away, and also trying to keep my own personal thing going on with it. So, hope you guys are still enjoying this, and I certainly am. It's certainly a lot of work, but I'm still tweaking things out and trying to get this index finger where I want it, and I'm sure that the next glove I build will be a lot better. And as far as that goes, I'm still waiting on a few things to come in, and once they do, I'll finally be able to finish this thing up and build one properly with the proper shaping. So it's pretty much where I'm at, and hope you guys have enjoyed watching, and soon enough I'll make a more action-packed video where I actually do some things like shape out some fingers, show the first stage of my shaping on that, or go through some of the back plate stages or something, where I'm actually working for you guys so you can see what's going on. But as of right now, I'm mainly just documenting my progress and what I'm trying to do, and I'm also trying to share, some of the things that I'm learning, because I am still learning, and, I'm pretty much a noob when it comes to this. I mean, I've only built a few gloves, and I do have a knack for things like this, for sure. I've been doing stuff like this for a long time. I am an artist, 33 years old, been doing this stuff since I was born. And I have had a lot of experience with metalwork and shop experience and things like that, tools and such. So, this is something that I'm pretty much a natural at, but I am still a noob, and I am still learning stuff, and there's things about this that, are definitely still in need of work. Even though it looks good and it works good, but there's just still things about it that I'm not happy with. And it is a prototype, and I can still adjust certain aspects of it, but certain aspects that I'm not going to get into in this video because I'm already running really long, but certain aspects of it I'm going to have to work on, and I'm still debating exactly how I'm going to go about tackling certain problems that I'm having with it. But overall, I'm pretty satisfied with a lot of aspects of it, and I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I need it right now. as a way to get away from a lot of shit. So this is Mike Cecil. I really appreciate you guys watching all my videos out there, whoever you are. I know that there's some people who don't ever comment or click like or anything, but you're still watching. It's good. And thank all of my viewers. And another thing that I want to say, and I'm still sick, guys. Sorry, I constantly having to blow my nose and stuff, but that's neither here nor there, right? I did want to make a shout out, to people like Michael Ramirez and Brian Seals and Mark Petrie and Andrew and all of pretty much every glove builder out there, and of course, especially, probably my biggest inspiration, Travis Cowsell, because if it wasn't for these guys, I'd never been in this stuff, and honestly, I've had a lot of help from all of these guys. Everybody's helped me a little bit in the glove community. Everybody's been, pretty welcoming to me to an extent, and that's really cool. I wouldn't be where I am today without the Freddy Glove Ninja Clan community. So I did want to make a shout out to all the glove builders out there for all of the support and everything that you guys have helped me with. So that's pretty much that. So this is Mike Cecil signing off, and until next time, thanks for watching.